Hey guys, this video is not going to be scripted. This is more like my other videos, and this is going to be something that has been on my head for a few days now because I've been seeing a lot of it on Twitter, and I've been seeing a lot of people having these arguments about Dragon Ball, mainly Z, and its dub, and people calling it superior. Some people saying that it's one of the few animes that far exceeds the original Japanese dub. And to that I say, no. No, it doesn't. If anything, the original Dragon Ball Z dub by Funimation is severely outdated, and there's a lot of inaccuracy that just hurts Dragon Ball Z in a way that people seem to think it's the original when it's not. Look, I'm all about accepting people's opinions on a lot of things, but when it comes to Dragon Ball Z and how a lot of people seem to think that it's one of the superior dubs, it's not. And I will go into arguments about that. And take it from me, I used to be somebody who loved the original Dragon Ball Z dub when I was a kid. But it is a product of the 90s, the late 90s and the early 2000s. Like I said, it just destroys a lot of things that just isn't part of Toriyama's vision. And I will get into that. And I'm not going to talk about the voice acting because the voice acting for when the Funimation dub, and I'm talking about when the in-house started, they were fresh, they were new, so I'll give them leeway because they were newcomers, and over time they began to build their craft and started to become more and more familiar with the roles they have done. But even they have said that Kai is better and you should watch that, and the original dub is mainly for nostalgia, and it is. One of the things I don't like about the original dub is the change of dialogue, or how they tend to just add more in it. And by that I mean, for the change of dialogue, one of them being Vegeta's death by the hands of Frieza. It's tragic even in the original dub, in the original Japanese one, but in the dub they tend to linger on, and they try to make Vegeta into this tragic character by stating that Vegeta was like this because of Frieza, he made me what I am, and that line is so stupid. It is just not a good line. I think it's one of the reasons why Vegeta is given the Draco and leather pants treatment. How people think that Vegeta is a victim. In some ways, he kind of is, but at the same time, Vegeta is also a bad guy. He was not a good guy even before Frieza took him under his wings. The Saiyans in general were not that. They were not good people. And I really don't like how it kind of made Vegeta into I was somebody who was this good person, or he made me into this monster, when no, you were already a monster, dude. But dude, you killed a village of innocent people, innocent men, children. You're not the victim, my guy. You're a monster. You're kind of just like Frieza. And one other thing that I don't like is Goku's I am speech. A lot of people seem to like it, and some people see it as a hype moment, but I and a lot of people don't see it as that. And for a lot of reasons, because it kind of changed the perception of Goku in the Western audience, where people see him as this Superman figure, and it kind of erases what the original speech was. It was Goku finally accepting his Saiyan heritage and becoming the Super Saiyan, Son Goku. And when watching that on Kai, I got goosebumps because not only was that an awesome speech, though I do think it kind of rings hollow for some reasons, which I won't go into, but also because it was also the first time, and probably the only one in the English dub, where Goku is called by his full name, Son Goku. And I wish they pushed for that more in the English dub. Say Son Goku, please. But yeah, but going back on topic, I just really don't like how they just change a lot of the things to fit into that to the Western audience. And there's a lot that I don't like. And one of them being how, like I said, how the dialogue tends to just go on. And by that I mean, back during the 90s when a lot of animes were getting dubbed, they have this thing where they will not let things breathe out. They will not let the characters stop talking whenever they're not on screen or when it's supposed to be silent. And that's just really disappointing. It kind of talks down to the American audience because it makes them think they can't take a serious scene that is meant to convey a bit of tension and drama into it. There's a lot of that Dragon Ball Z, that the original dub did for Dragon Ball Z. One of them being that I don't even have shoelaces. That line is just so stupid, oh my god. And another thing that I don't like is the tendency to just have Americanized music. I know some people really like the American music for Dragon Ball Z. Some people call it the Bruce Faulconer music, though how little he was involved, I'm not even gonna call it that. But the American dub, even though the American music, even though a lot of people seem to like it, and there are a few tracks that I do like, I don't think it fits Dragon Ball at all. I think it's just too I don't have the words to describe it, but it's just too heavy in a sense. I don't mean like heavy rock, but like it's too loud. They don't stop the music when the situation calls for it. It just keeps going on and on. And this is why I don't understand why a lot of people seem to put a lot of English dub music in stuff like Dragon Ball Super or Dragon Ball Super Broly, or wanting to have American bands. Like, that doesn't work, dude. That was a product of the time, of the 2000s. You're not gonna get that anymore. Just like the Japanese music. It's really good. I love the original Dragon Ball score. Like, I love Kahuchi's, I love Yamamoto's, I love Sumitomo's. I like the latter, where during the Tournament of Power, the Goku Black arc, and Dragon Ball Super Broly. It's really good. So, yeah. And what I also don't like, and this is a big one, I really don't like what they did when they did Gohan's scene where he finally let himself go. Because in the scene, Gohan is on the verge of a breakdown. He doesn't know what to do. It was when Android 16 told him to finally let go and stomp his head. Gohan is in stunned silence. And we get this beautiful image of a bird representing 17. And we also have the roar of the Ozaru. And Gohan just looking on with this vacant look. One where this image appears, which is meant to represent how Gohan has snapped. And the music, Day of Fate, just makes the scene all the more perfect. But in the English dub, they decided to have Gohan say some things like, my guy, we don't need to have dialogue for this intentionally silent, emotional scene. Okay? Like, I don't know why we need it. Also, the music they use is just not good. That's also the same for Goku when he turns Super Saiyan. Goku turning Super Saiyan is meant to be a horrific moment where this sweet, monkey boy snapped, where he turns into the Super Saiyan and he becomes more aggressive, more dark, and he doesn't trust himself around his son. So yeah, I that's just me talking about why I don't like the Dragon Ball Z English dub, how it's a product of its time, how it's basically just not good upon rewatch. And I really don't want people who started watching Dragon Ball to watch Dragon Ball Z, the English original dub. If you guys want to watch or read Dragon Ball in its entirety, or if you want to watch a great dub, read the Dragon Ball manga if you want to experience Dragon Ball. But if you want the dub with great voice acting, an accurate script, and basically just everything they just turned down, the filler and whatnot, go watch Dragon Ball Z Kai. Go buy it on Blu-ray. It's in stores. Go watch it. You won't be disappointed. Please. Anyways, that's all I have for today. Sorry guys if this became a rant. I just wanted to get this off my chest. And thank you guys. You have a great day. And be sure to like and subscribe and hit that notification if you guys want more videos of this. Peace out.